This is 7 News.
Tonight, Cyclone Lua heads for our north, packing wind gusts up to 200 kilometres an hour.
Cottesloe's stolen statue found.
Perth's party riots. Police get the dogs out in a new blitz.
And a sizzling start for Perth's Formula One ace, Daniel Ricciardo.
From the studios of 7 Perth, Susannah Carr and Ardon.
Good evening. As we go to air tonight, there's a big cyclone heading for the north of WA. Cyclone Lua is packing winds up to 230 kilometres an hour. It's expected to hit the coast just north of Port Hedland tomorrow afternoon. All commercial flights in and out of Port Hedland, Karratha and Broome have been cancelled. An airline spokesman said crosswinds at each of the 3 airports were forecast to reach beyond allowable tolerances. Geof Parry reports from Port Hedland.
There's one more level in the alert system to go, red alert, where everything stops and no one goes outside. And it's likely they'll call that red alert sometime early this evening. Up here they call that going to bed on red.
Now to breaking news, and there's been a development in the case of the $65,000 statue stolen from Cottesloe Beach. Chantelle Toohey is at Claremont Police Station. Chantelle, what can you tell us?
Well, Sue, I can tell you that the red statue has been found at a house in the north coastal suburb of Marmion. Now, the $65,000 childhood morning sculpture was a major part of Cottesloe's Sculpture by the Sea exhibition. It was stolen in the early hours of Thursday morning. And there's been a lot of anger about this crime. The statue was snapped at the feet and it's now completely worthless. Now, about 30 seconds ago, detectives drove a man here for questioning, and shortly behind that was a ute with the statue concealed in the back of that. So I'm just repeating that the red statue has been found, and here at the Claremont Police Station, police will be questioning a man, and they have also recovered the statue for forensic testing. Back to you.
Thanks, Chantelle. A Perth father who repeatedly stabbed his estranged wife has been acquitted of attempted murder. 38-year-old Nicholas Petrellis attacked his wife in a self-confessed drug frenzy. Emmy Kabansky reports. Police dogs will take a lead role during a blitz on out-of-control parties. From tonight, partygoers who turn violent are warned they face a real risk of getting bitten.
Even with all this padding, police tell me you still actually feel the dog bite. No pain, but pressure. I'm just about to find out. Come on! Oh, yeah, he's got a good grip.
Police have released security video in the hope of tracking down a vandal who slashed dozens of car tyres in Como. Grant Taylor again.
The family of a teenage bullying victim who took his own life feel that justice has been served after winning a payout of nearly $1 million. Alex Wildman's mother has also pleaded for schools to do more to stop other children becoming victims.
A WA MP who launched an extraordinary attack on a Liberal colleague says he did it because of his anger over speed traps. Don Randall had complained to WA Police Minister Rob Johnson about drivers being nabbed on the Kwinana Freeway. Jessica van der End reports.
No other ministers would comment on camera today, but privately several Liberal MPs, state and federal, vehemently agree with Don Randall's assessment.
Let's take you back live to Claremont Police Station now for an update on that stolen statue that's been found in Chantelle Toohey. Police are questioning a man over the theft.
That's correct, Rick. Now, the $65,000 childhood morning statue was brought back here to the Claremont Police Station just a few moments ago. It was brought back in a ute and taken into the Claremont Police Station. Also, a man was also brought here into custody, and he's currently being questioned over the theft. Now, as we know, that this statue was stolen in the early hours of Thursday morning. It was part of the Cottesloe Sculptures by the Sea exhibition. So just repeating, the red statue has now been found and a man is being questioned here at the Claremont Police Station. Back to you.
Thanks, Chantelle. An elderly couple's Dianella unit has been flooded a day before their 60th wedding anniversary. A water main in their street burst, leaving much of their home waterlogged. Alexis Donkin reports.
It's now 2 o'clock. This water main burst over 2 hours ago, and you can see behind me parts of this road are still flooded.
Hope they have a happy anniversary. Ian Thorpe's Olympic comeback has suffered a setback. Thorpe wasn't quick enough tonight to qualify for the final of the 200-metre freestyle at the National Swimming Trials.
And stay with us on 7 News.
Coming up next, back from Bali. The Perth man who spent 6 months in jail for drug possession.
Plus, Luke Adams and Matt Butcher unite for a new battle. A Perth man caught with drugs in Bali has arrived home after spending 6 months in jail. Graham Pollock says he's relieved to be back with his family after what he says was a life-changing experience. Alexis Donkin reports.
Must be a life-changing experience for you.
Certainly.
The biggest thing that you've taken away from it, maybe?
A lot.
Survivors of the Swiss bus tragedy have told how they saw their driver putting on a DVD for students just before crashing their coach into a tunnel wall. Parents of some of the 22 school children killed were today allowed into the tunnel to see where they perished. These are some of the known faces of the tragedy, aged 11 and 12 from Belgium. But not all the victims have been identified. Belgium tonight is waking to a national day of mourning.
Swan District's footballer Luke Adams and injured policeman Matt Butcher are two men with similar struggles. Now they've teamed up for a tough new challenge to campaign against violence in Perth and a dream of walking the Kokoda track. Samantha Jolly reports.
Meeting for the first time.
Great to meet you. Yeah, you too, mate.
But Luke Adams and Matt Butcher know each other's struggle well.
Yeah, I've obviously followed Luke's story as everyone has in WA. And I think he's just a perfect example of, never giving up.
Both men have defied the odds and their doctors. Swan District's player Luke Adams recovered from a coma after an alleged one-punch attack. And Constable Butcher was left partially paralysed, trying to break up a street brawl. Now they have a new mission, training for the Kokoda Trail to campaign against violence.
People think we've had enough challenges, but it's just another one that we sort of look forward to and put our head down and work towards it.
20-year-old Luke is hoping to walk the gruelling 96-kilometre track. Doctors say he won't make it. You like defying the doctors, don't you?
Oh, I try my best too, yeah.
Constable Butcher's injuries mean he's unlikely to take the journey, but will offer support. Former SAS soldier Brett Warner will be their trainer.
It's very rugged in the terrain. There's a lot of mud, there's a lot of high stepping, a lot of hills and a lot of cross moving over waterways.
Luke is hoping to walk the Kokoda in October. Samantha Jolly, 7 News.
Friday night sport now with Adrian Barrett, and the Dockers are in action tonight, Barra.
Yes, Rick, and we'll cross to Basel shortly for the latest from Patterson Stadium, plus it's grand final eve. And remarkably, the West Coast Eagles are underdogs in Adelaide. Plus Daniel Ricciardo, Perth's new Formula One star. Good luck to Daniel and Mark. The NAB Cup Grand Final is live on 7 tomorrow afternoon. The Eagles and the Crows from 4:30. That's all in sport. Now here are Rick and Sue.
Thanks, Barrow. Perth's cheapest fuel is next.
Then Natalia has your forecast live from Mandurah ahead of the weekend Crab Fest.
Hello from Mandurah. I'm here tonight because the Crab Fest is on this weekend. Now, Mandurah is famous for its crabs, and I can assure you there'll be plenty available to eat at the festival. If you're looking for some ideas about how to cook them, there'll also be cooking demonstrations, but it's not just about the crabs. You can check out wakeboarding, freestyle motocross and skateboarding events, or just enjoy the beautiful Mandurah foreshore that you can see behind me, and the weather is certainly going to be lovely. Well, currently in the city it's 27.8, 30.4 was our top today, down to 14.7 last night. 29 degrees in Mandurah today, and there were similar temperatures across the metro area. Around WA though, more very heavy falls in the Kimberley, up to 250 millimetres in some parts, and rain is starting to increase in the Pilbara ahead of cyclone Lua. Lua is set to hit the coast just north of Port Hedland tomorrow afternoon. And if we flick over to the satellite, it's about 400 kilometres northwest of Port Hedland at the moment. Lua is a severe Category 3, but it could intensify to a Category 4 before it makes landfall. It's packing winds of up to 230 kilometres an hour, and it will bring some very heavy rain. Interstate tomorrow, a couple of showers for Melbourne and Brisbane, and rain easing in Sydney. Boating information, east to northeast winds 18 to 23 knots, tending south to southeast 10 to 15 for part of the afternoon. Seas to 1.5 metres and swell to 2.5 metres. So down to 15 tonight, then mostly sunny tomorrow, a top of 34. Mandurah headed for a lovely 30. Then a bit of cloud about on Sunday and Monday, and temperatures in the mid-20s next week. So with the weather cooling down a little, the Water Corp says please only water your garden when needed. Also, before I go, happy 60th wedding anniversary to Alan and Ruth Berman. Happy 100th birthday to Pat Smith, and a special happy birthday to Al Rochford. Well, that's all from the Mandurah Crab Fest. Rick and Sue, I'll bring some crabs back for you if you like.
We'll hold you to that, Natalia. Thank you. That's 7 News for this Friday.
Have a good weekend. Tomorrow's 7 News is at half-time in the NAB Cup final. Monica's next with Today Tonight.